So lately I've been playing a lot of Overwatch, and I have to say, Blizzard have done a really good job in creating 21 unique characters for their first person shooter. I don't think I've come across a character that I haven't enjoyed playing. Well, maybe Torbjorn. Killing people with AI turrets is fun the first few times, but when you end up with play of the game by just hammering said turret, or even being dead for the entire thing, it kinda loses its charm. But I'm not here to talk about easy or annoying characters to play or fight against. Instead, I thought it'd be fun to do a list of 5 difficult but very rewarding characters. This is more of a personal list, so characters that I really struggle with may be easy peasy for other people to play. Which helpfully brings me to the first character on my list.
À la vie, à la mort.
Widowmaker is your typical sniper class with a few extras thrown in. She carries a sniper rifle which can swap to fully automatic mode for mid to close range combat. She can fire a venom mine which upon exploding poisons enemy targets for a short time, and her ultimate ability allows her and her allies to see the heat signatures of all enemies on the map for about 15 seconds. This allows Widowmaker to more easily predict her enemies' movements and get a sweet headshot out before they even know she's there. Now, if you're someone who's played first person shooters for years and sniping is what you're good at, then you should have no problem with this. But if you're someone like me who's never touched an FPS game, let alone sniped, you're not going to do so well. Coupled with the fact Widowmaker had a recent nerf to her damage, you're going to need headshots to kill most enemies in one go, and that's no easy feat on fast moving targets like Tracer. But when you finally do one-shot somebody, it's a very good feeling. The next character on my list is the former professional gamer D.Va. If played to the best of her abilities, D.Va can prove a very viable tank character. Her mecha has boosters which allow her to fly a short distance, she can activate a defense matrix, protecting herself and her team from all incoming projectiles for a short time, and her ultimate ability, self-destruct, can be absolutely devastating to the opposing team, taking out up to 4 players caught in the explosion. However, she's not without her flaws. While her fusion cannons don't need to be reloaded, they have a very short range, meaning D.Va has to be up close to do any real damage. This comes with another problem. Her crit box while in the mecha is huge. Coupled with the crippling movement speed she has while firing, and the inability to fire while defense matrix is active, players who don't know how to play her will have their mechas picked off fairly quickly, leaving D.Va out in the open and most likely dead. However, if you can overcome these issues and play smartly, you can be a big threat to the opposing team. To me, Zenyatta feels like one of the hardest support characters to master. He's quite slow, leaving him vulnerable to enemy fire, and he technically has the lowest health of all characters, only 50 hit points with 100 more being made up of shields. Also, he can only heal one person at a time with his Orb of Harmony. At one point, the orb would stay on the chosen player until they died or it was given to another, but Blizzard patched it to return to Zenyatta once he lost line of sight on them for more than 3 seconds. This means Zenyatta has to spend a lot of his time out in the open with his comrades, which is very risky. Luckily, he has a few awesome abilities to make up for it. His basic attacks, though they have travel time, are very strong, and coupled with his Orb of Discord, a debuff that makes enemies take 50% more damage, he can wear down opponents very quickly if given the chance. However, this orb will also return to Zenyatta if he loses line of sight on the chosen player. Finally, his ultimate ability, Transcendence, makes him immune to all damage for 6 seconds, and he heals allies at a rate of 100 hit points a second. Very useful if the opposing team are throwing all their ultimates at you.
I can bench more than you.
I love playing Zarya, but for a long time I never really understood how she worked, and therefore played her very badly. Zarya's effectiveness as a tank and damage dealer relies heavily on the shield she places on herself and her allies. When these shields are up, any damage done to them buffs Zarya's damage, counted on a scale of 0 to 100. While this sounds pretty awesome, it does mean that Zarya relies heavily on her team supporting her. This can be a problem in pickup groups where players tend to scatter to the 4 winds rather than stick together. However, Zarya can work well as an off-tank, particularly if partnered with Reinhardt. All the damage his shield takes will also buff Zarya, and she can stand behind said shield while firing energy beams at her enemies. Zarya's ultimate ability, Graviton Surge, a gravity bomb that pulls all nearby enemies into one spot, is one of the slowest to charge in the game, but can be fatal if she has a massive damage buff or her team is ready to deal damage. For example, Zarya could use her ultimate to trap an entire opposing team, then a Pharah teammate could use her rockets and barrage ultimate to wipe them all out. Yay for teamwork! Out of all the characters in Overwatch, Genji is one of my favourites to play, but damn is he hard to play well. He has relatively low health, only second to Tracer in the offense role, and his shuriken attacks require high precision due to travel time. Then of course there's his ultimate ability, Dragon Blade. Unlike other ultimates that are just a case of press Q and you're done, Genji has to keep moving and attacking with his, else he could be killed off without getting so much as a scratch on the enemy. But if you know what you're doing with him and can keep on your toes, Genji can prove a very deadly character. One of his more awesome abilities is Deflect, which allows him to send enemy projectiles back the way they came, including some ultimates. Ever sent Hanzo's Dragon Strike back towards him? Or kill McCree with his own Deadeye? Okay, I'm not that good at Genji, but one day it'll happen. So there you go, my list of difficult but rewarding characters to play. As I said before, these are personal choices from my experience of playing the game, so you may not agree with all of them. If so, why not tell me what character you find difficult yet rewarding, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like as it really helps me out. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye!